Oh my goodness, it's Uncle Jesse. She knows exactly what time it is. I don't know what to do today. I just decided I'd play chess. I was playing Bullet yesterday, like all day, and I set a new peak, but I didn't stream it. Can you believe it? I hit 2300 blitz for the first and only time, and I hit 2340 bullet. It's not bad. Also, I was told it's not good either, but at least it's not bad. So there's that. I'm like trying to figure out if my stream is working. Hey, Asian Logan Roy, how's it going? Dude, trying to get better at chess. That's a long journey, but it's very possible. It just takes time and effort. Anyways, yeah, I feel like my TikTok stream isn't working. I blame TikTok, or do I blame Stream Elements, or do I blame OBS? Hard to know for certain, but that's okay. I don't know if I should play Bullet or if I should play Blitz or Rapid. That would be the ultimate curveball for sure. You know what I should do? I should check YouTube. Rapid? Normally I wouldn't, but the reason why I'm even considering it is because yeah, my vertical streams are messed up. Dang it. It's probably this something to do with Stream Element. Whoa. All right, well that's okay. I was wondering if you could stream to multiple TikToks at the same time. Because I'm gonna commentate for CCL tomorrow. I was hoping I could at least stream to the CCL TikTok, but I haven't been able to figure that out. But it's not a big deal. Let's shall we do I was also thinking this would be a good time to play some blindfold. Who knows? But yeah, I hit 2300 in both Blitz and Bullet. So now it's just my Rapid. That's not my rap is just a lowly 2200. So maybe we work on Rapid now, I guess. Remember what I said to you earlier today? About Bullet teaching you to be fast but not to be good. Is that what you're thinking? I'll be honest, I say a lot of things. It's hard to keep track of what all I've said. The 2200 rapid pool is tough. Maybe. I guess we're trading that off. The main idea is to go here, I suppose. Never break the trend. Yeah, General Zod's a beast. Man is just a legend. Wow, look at that. Backwards knight move. Seems very sad, doesn't it? I would love to just trap that bishop. I'll just take it. Gonna lurk for a minute? Okay. This pawn is hanging. It's kind of annoying. I wanted to go here to take out this square. Hey Zest Rennie, how's it going? How are you? Tell me your life story. What brings you here today? What an honor it is. I guess we're going here. I really want to go here. I guess he wants to go here. I'm attacking that pawn, I guess, technically. So the queen can come out and play, or the rook can go back home, or the pawn can push. Wow, the rook goes home. So now I can sacrifice something. Do I want to sacrifice something? Here and you go here. And then what? Knight could go here. Do I sacrifice? Seems weird. I feel like we're playing fast, no? I guess I'm going here. I don't know why. I don't need to know why. I'm just playing off of my feelings. Perhaps. Just a vibe. How do I get these rooks more active? I certainly like my position, though. Certainly. Backwards pawn. We have the center. Yeah, I think you should have done this a move earlier, perhaps. Okay, perhaps a rook lift. Perhaps a sacrifice. Maybe I should have pushed this pawn earlier. So this last move, you've got two ideas, but Ugh, I hate. I'm always so slow. Let's just see what happens. Queen here is a little annoying, perhaps. But perhaps not. A queen trade. This is certainly annoying. Should probably play here. This guy's making me play like an endgame or something. I don't know. That's certainly a move. I'm gonna play here next. So I can go here. This would be a bad move. Huh? That's certainly annoying. I guess I'm just losing now, huh? That's fast. Well, Jesus. Jesus, dude. I was just losing a pawn this whole time. That's crazy, isn't it? I mean, come on, dude. Take it easy. Take it easy. Well, I guess I'm just lost. That's just genuinely how I feel. It's crazy. Such a fine sight to see. My lord in a flatbed Ford slowing down to take a look at me. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. Your money's on me. I hope it's not a lot. Hi, Dan. It's going well. How are you? You're back? You highly dislike crackers? Welcome back, I guess. All right, so yeah, I've got this poor pawn hanging on C4. You think they'll take it? I think they should take it because it's free. So, they decide not to take what's free. I'll go here then, I guess. I think that was a bad move. Something just gives me that hunch. You've stopped blundering your queen. Are you a grandmaster yet? Um, did FIDE say you are? Wolvas, hello, welcome. Blood Queen with the rate of 53 viewers. Holy smokes. What happens if I go here? Let's figure it out together, I guess. Shout out to Blood Queen. Hi. How's life, Blood Queen? I saw you were commentating for Reykjavik, right? Very cool. Okay, so we're getting to the back rank, which is very exciting. We're also attacking this knight, which is similarly exciting. Wow, and they've found the ultimate defense to everything. Alrighty, well, let's try to get in here, I guess, somehow. Why not? Who says no, right? Check. We can start with this. One legal move. So now the question becomes, how do we mess this guy up? Let's go here, here, here. You say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? So this guy's generally short on squares, which is great news for us. In fact, rook here, already we can take this pawn back. So he goes back here. He thinks he's doing something. Can I wiggle my way through? I totally think I can, but I also totally think I have something stronger. Let's go here, actually. I feel so great about this position, actually. It's just I'm a little short on time. We're going to give this guy a check. I don't think he's going to like it. We're threatening some Actually, I should have started with the pawn push. Holy Joe. Oh, I gave this guy a freebie. Let's see if he can do anything with a freebie. Why didn't I just push G5 immediately? My goodness, that would have been a move and a half. That Yeah, I just gave this guy a free move. Let's see what he comes up with. Probably rook here. But I mean, I don't know. This is looking like I'm just checkmating him or something. Maybe. Probably. Okay, he's throwing a pawn away. So will I not have checkmate? Like, can somebody answer this for me? So you can't go up because it's literally mate in one. So there's that for starters. But also, if you go down, I'll have at least this looks fantastic to me. This I'm pretty sure has got to be like a huge mistake because if you went here, at least I guess that's a double check. I don't know. This is really pretty though. So takes here. King here is forced. Knight here's a check, at least. And then I'll just mate him. You guys ready for this? I'll just pre-move it. What's up, Bishop Stars? What's up, Screws? What's up, Iskia? Good to see ya. Commentating tomorrow morning as well. Okay, everyone, please be sure to go follow Blood Queen. She's got to go get her rest before commentating again tomorrow morning. Thank you, Asian Logan Roy. That is true. I can go back in the chat logs and prove Asian Logan Roy always believed in me. This guy misplayed it horribly. I think Rook A6 was definitely a bad move for him. Yeah, probably the bishop wasn't like the smartest maneuver I've ever had in my life. Just helping them develop pieces for no reason. So we got a bishop. Yeah, this knight maneuver here was kind of weird, right? So I don't know what that was all about. And here it likes queen b6. This is very logical. That's straight up just a fork. So there's that. So this is what we call a bad move by me. And yeah, when this knight moves, it's a discovery on this pawn. But it's also potentially looking here with both knights. So ideally, I'd not allow the knights to go there. But then I just drop this pawn. So usually this pawn is okay if there's no pawn on g6, because then you'd have a bishop check discovery. But there's a pawn, there's a blocker. I don't have a check. So I'll go here. Save the pawn. And at some point I figured he'd play knight d5, but it never happened. Yeah, this was a weird maneuver. Like, I don't understand why we want to play b5. I don't know. So knight e4. This is also kind of passive and weird. So now the knight's here because they pushed the b pawn, so that's pretty nice. And here I just figured a5. We literally looked at these options. It's awkward to put the rook back because you put the rook here. It's awkward to babysit with the queen. So pushing the pawn makes the most sense. But maybe they didn't like that they'd have to move the queen anyways, so they just went really passive with the rook. This queen move I couldn't really tell you. At this time I was blabbing on about vibes, but I regretted this because now the queen doesn't support. I was thinking, okay, maybe h4, h5 makes sense, actually, which does. It does make sense. But only if it's supported. So the queen was actually well placed here to go for this. Rook e5 is also a move I was considering, but I wasn't sure about it. This move, all I could see is that it converged with d6 for knight here, which I wasn't really sure if that did anything. After this, then I was thinking, well, I could follow up with knight d6, but he's going to go here. And now I'm forced to either take with the f pawn or take with a knight. So I figured I'd just trade queens here and then play here. The computer didn't like that. Almost obviously so. But all right, we find our way back to c5. That's kind of funny. Here, 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 here. Anyhow, all that just to shuffle, basically. c4 was good, but after this I have to play b3 and then figure out what to do after takes. I wasn't so confident in this position, but okay. I guess we just get it back. Yeah, I was really freaking out at this point because I didn't see like I saw this was hit, this was hit, this was hit. So I figured just moving the bishop to save the pawn would be good. But then I overlooked that the pawn could get hit twice. And yeah, this wasn't going to be good for me. So at this point I was kind of feeling down on myself. But I figured just attack the rook. Here, yeah, it just takes. Here, okay, I have to play g4 immediately. Yeah, here I don't know why he didn't take c4. I don't get that. So this is -3 here. So yeah, this what did I tell you guys? Rook a6, terrible move. I even said that. So now b3. And now it's like, okay, we have ourselves a game here. Look at how bad this move is. Oh my goodness. He's so worried about this a pawn. It's ridiculous. Anyways, now I'm winning. This it was -3 and like 2 moves later it's +3. This is insane. Anyways, we give check, of course. Of course. Wow, computer like c5. Oh. Okay, anyways, I go knight c5. And this just looks tremendous. Yeah, g5 I knew. Um g5 is so much better. h4 is it's good, but it's a little slow. But now it's just completely crushing. So he has to go h8. He has to allow the double check. Double check maybe isn't so bad. Maybe, I don't know. But it actually doesn't even like taking the double check. It likes what I did. Takes here. But this is forced mate now because he doesn't have the knight block. So now it's just mate. But yeah, if here takes double check, king h7, we go straight back. If he goes up, this is mate in 1 with the pawn check, so that's very nice. So he has to come back, h8. Now we can take this. Now he goes here. Now we can go. I guess he's escaping. So that's maybe why we don't want to take the g6 pawn. Takes here. Well, this is what happened in the game, basically. We had this mate. But he has this move. Now my knight's hanging. So I could play knight g5. Now this knight's hanging. So you could play f6. Or you could play knight e7. But then I take here with check, which is kind of funny. Okay. Anyways, I think I'm gonna move on now. We've looked at this. Hello, Cyrix. What's up, Chaos? All right, new 10-minute. That first game, never counts. Even if you win, it's still a warm-up. Man, do I hate playing the Ruy Lopez. I really don't know my theory. I feel like people normally take this pawn or something. Do I castle and play for d5? Probably not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. Here? Did people do this so soon? I don't know. Shouldn't I have castled by now? I don't know. I feel like all these moves are relatively still theory, but I don't really know, dude. I never know. I go here? Probably not. I'm doing it. My threat is to take on d4 so many times. Okay. So probably the knight's gonna come back around, like. But maybe he's worried that I'll take the knight, queen takes, takes push, and my poor rook in the corner is hanging. Whoa! Oh my word, ladies and gentlemen. What have we done? We've induced something or other. Probably, maybe. Who knows? Um, all right, I guess I'll just castle now. Expecting knight g3, clearly. What on earth could they do possibly differently? I don't really know. They could sacrifice their queen. That'd be cool. And how many hours is the candidates? That's a great question. What did I do today, Uncle Jesse? The same thing I do every day. I eat, I sleep, and I play chess. And I watch Uncle Jesse stream for 10 hours in a row. I'm there for every second. That's not true. Anyhow. Wow, what a move this one is, huh? I feel like this is a bad move because I feel like I should do this. Shouldn't I do this? Wouldn't you do this? Would you not do this? I feel like everyone would do this. Wouldn't every sane person do this? So what's he gonna do? He's gonna take here. That's actually a big problem. I thought I was gonna get him with a tempo here, but he's gonna get me with a really big tempo here. Takes with check. And that's what we call no bueno in the business. So that's like a little upsetting. So if I start with this, the problem is after takes, queen takes not only defends the knight, it also threatens checkmate. I have this move, which isn't good, so that's always fun to think about. Okay, so I guess my bishop's just gonna be left for dead there, which may or may not be a video game franchise. Unclear. Okay. Uh, how much more time would I like to waste? Could I waste more of it, please? Is that an option? It's unclear. So, what is that even? What do I do, guys? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's go here. All right, how much time was that? Someone clock it. Was that a minute? Hey, Fisher Random Chess. I do play chess. All right, they have succeeded in taking my pawn. I'm surprised they didn't go to f5. Now they cannot go to f5 for free. It will come at a cost. Okay, so this knight move, this knight wasn't doing great over here. So I decided we'd move it to here. That was my idea originally. That or I can go here. But why would I go there? That's to be decided currently. I think we go here. And my idea is to potentially take this pawn. Unlikely. Maybe I push this pawn. So if I go trying to, I mean, this problem is this guy's got way too much right here. It's ridiculous. Wait, now maybe I do this. Wow, he could really tempo me though. So the problem is oh, I take with check. Oh my God. No, I think I do this now. Wait, but then he has knight takes. And then I have knight takes. And then he takes, but then I take this pawn. That's ridiculous. Hold the fort, folks. 1, 2, 3. What am I? I'm giving up like all of this for just two things in a pawn. Oh, I get two pawns. No, the problem is after knight takes, if this pawn didn't exist, maybe I'd have something, but I don't. I want to do this fairly badly. Takes. So I've won a pawn at this point. He moves his queen and I take here, but then he takes my knight. It's kind of disappointing. What if I go here and just throw away everything I own? Why do I have to be this slow? It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Let's just go here maybe. It's probably the right move. I don't. What does he want with his knight? What could he possibly want? Nothing. Anyhow, this knight's kind of goofy. Maybe he wants to push. This knight's there, you know? He's just developing a piece. Why do I have to think so hard? Why did I choose a hobby that's so straining on the mind, you know? Why can't I just have chosen doom scrolling as a hobby? Just endlessly, mindlessly scrolling social media until the end of time. That's always been fairly appealing, right? Okay, so now I have to revisit this question. Does this work now somehow? Takes with the tempo. He has to move the queen. Wait, but he can't hold the fort. I guess he goes here. Because that attacks here. Shucks. I thought I'd have something again. But maybe I'll never have something. Maybe I should just go faster. How's that sound? Does that sound reasonable? I guess we're gonna go faster. Am I planning to play bullet at night? It's very possible. I've been known to do such things. That sounds like something that I've done before. But will I do it again? That's the age-old question. I'm just now realizing knight h7 is a move. It's a possibility. We should keep that in the back pocket. Oh my goodness. This so still does not work, right? Am I crazy? Don't answer that. Takes, he still takes is the problem. Takes. Where am I going, guys? Where am I going? Wait a second. No. Well, why am I like this delusional? Where's his knight's going here? What the heck? Why am I this crazy? Imagine I double rooks. This rook could be useful later. I'm down 4 minutes on the clock. I don't know if you guys realize that. That's a non-zero amount of time. I guess we're doing bishop takes. I understand where he wants to go, but I will not let that concern me. Probably rook to the d file is kind of annoying, but it's really not that bad, I tell myself. So my threat is to just take on b4. How's that sound? Exactly, Uncle Jesse. She's paying attention. We? You and me? The more I talk, the more chance of winning. That's got to be not true, but I'll take it. Wow, look at that. That's a move if I've ever seen one. Why don't I just take here? I don't think this did anything. Don't I win material now? Am I missing something? Bishop here looks pretty fun, actually. Pre-move that, why not? Probably there's a few reasons why not, but I don't know, it seems pretty natural. Pretty normal. Okay, so this looks like a fun move to make. Taking just doesn't feel right. Let's go here. And my idea is to come here, I think. Probably rook here makes a lot of sense. Here. So the knight can move. But where? I don't know. It's like whatever. I have rook here if the knight moves. I don't know what I have. I don't think it matters what I have. Everything seems fun, you know? Here. Why wouldn't I take this? Hi. Oh. Well, I could go here. It seems very risky. If I go here, I just give you a piece for free, which doesn't feel right. I guess we're giving up a pawn here. Yo, Cash and Marie Chess with the back-to-back double rate. Are you guys coordinating? What the heck? That's so awesome. You guys are so lovely and so nice. Okay, so this guy is like totally asking to get hurt, I guess. I don't know. He wants a queen trade, but I don't think that's good for him necessarily. So the only king move leads to checkmate and one with either queen or bishop, which is very lovely. So he goes here. Now hold on. Can I or can I not get I just trade queens here, I guess. I can go here. I can pick up this pawn. Probably. You can't take this. He's got to move the king, I guess. We're defending this pawn tactically, I suppose. Good time, having a ball. Don't stop me now. He resigns. Let's go. Thank you, Cash. Have a good night. Sleep well. We're 2 for 2 now. Shout out to Cash. And shout out to Marie. What's up, Jerome? We've got an almond coming up your way. Huge. Knight back to d5, forking queen and bishop. 2300 tonight. I don't know, but maybe. That'd be incredible. Sweet Blues, thank you. Shout out to Marie as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please give Marie Chess a follow. She was just streaming for Nashville Chess Center, I think. Perhaps. Man, Cash is a cool guy. I hope his XP grind is going well in old school RuneScape. Temporario 999, thanks for the follow. Yes, I agree with Bishop Stars. Bishop Stars knows best. Okay, yeah, the pawn push caught me a little off guard. I missed the 97 check, so that was kind of cool. Another almond for Fischer. I was watching Liz's stream, and she has one of her channel point redemptions is barking. And she'll bark when it's redeemed, if that wasn't obvious enough. And I said, that's crazy. And she was like, well, that's all I have to offer. I have nothing else to offer. And I was like, that's how I feel with the almonds, to be honest. You know, Uncle Jesse has Rudy and Clementine. Anyways, Roy Lopez, man, what an opening. They've been playing this thing since before I was born. And that's, I mean, that was a long time ago. Anyways, apparently A6 is a move. And I don't know. I don't know if this is a move or not anymore. Maybe this is too soon. Maybe I should just play Bishop E7 right now. I don't really know. But yeah, the main line I guess is to take. I don't know. Here, Knight C5 apparently. Takes. It's 96. That's crazy. That is not a move, my friends. That is not a move. Okay. This is a move, though. Okay. So apparently I can take the... I always thought Queen C7 was a move. There's too many moves, perhaps. Yeah, this taking is not a move. That's something I feel in my gut. Maybe I should get a doctor to check that out for me, but likes to move H6 here. It's kind of funny. But I mean, that makes sense. I like the knight getting to H5 will be good, I guess. Maybe, probably. Anyways, yeah, here we've been looking at this capture starting at this moment. As soon as the knight landed here, I just want to make this tactic work, but it doesn't because they take with check. So take with the tempo on the queen, but they take with the tempo on the king, which is a little bit more higher value. Take and they take back. So I'd be losing these 3 pieces for these 3. So that's not an equal trade for us. So I find some other move here. It likes knight b7. So they trade. I go back to d6, and now here again, whenever there's a piece that's unprotected and it's lined up opposite one of your pieces, you have to be thinking about these ideas. So I didn't consider knight h7 at this point, but also the computer likes knight h5. That does not make sense to me because that looks like that would be... Oh, wait, hold on. Knight h5... takes here first. That's the difference. If they take here, then I take here. Got it. Got it. Yeah, this is an extremely similar idea to what I thought of going here. The difference is that they can't take with the knight first this way. If I go here, they can take with the knight first this way because the knight defends the bishop. So if they take and I take, then they take this way. So I lose a piece. But if I go here and they take with the knight first, then I can take the bishop and their knight has to go home. So that would be good for us. And if they take our bishop, we take with the tempo on the queen. And if they try to take with the tempo on our queen, well, we take the queen with check. So that's why knight h5 is working and knight e4 doesn't work here, because they can take back defending the bishop. And if we take with their second knight, well, there's no longer a knight that I can take with a tempo. But I was looking at the pawn. I could take that pawn with a tempo, but it doesn't hit the same because the pawn isn't as valuable as the knight. Because I think our knight gets stranded here. So the best move is c4, which I was able to find. And I think, to me, the idea is we're trying to potentially open up for our queen, but also this pawn is a little backwards. So we kind of force that pawn to stay there. And so this pawn can become a target. And so he pushes here, and you see our pawn structure is nice, you know, pointing to the center, and his pawn structure, this pawn's backwards. If I don't push this, maybe he pushes, and then we have that same problem that he has in this position. So anyways, now I actually have something to play for. It still likes knight h5, which I still didn't consider. Here I just figured, you know, I'll play on the queen side. Rook lift it hates. So here it still likes knight h5. Yeah, this just doesn't work for me. It's a thing. Takes. There's queen takes here, defending and attacking, pinning, winning, which I didn't even consider in any of my calculations. Who am I rooting for in candidates? Let's go with Fabi. Just recently got addicted to chess. What's the best way to learn? The best way to learn is to play and review. It's very important to review, because if you just play, then you probably aren't going to learn as much. Every game is a lesson. You will never review a game and take nothing away from it. Unless it's like I mean, I don't know. I've gone for the Scholars Mate a lot of times, and I'm sure that game's been played like a million times. So I don't know. If I were to pull off a Scholar's Mate against someone, or even a Fool's Mate, and I reviewed it, I'd be like, yeah, it still works. it's, It's good to get, larger sample size for data. Chess is not exactly a hard science, but it is a science. Anyhow, I don't know. Just, yeah, review your games. I think that's my biggest piece of advice for anyone that's trying to learn and improve. The next big thing I would say is you could watch YouTube. I actually have a basics command. So that link will take you to Jerry from the Chess Network. That's what I recommend. That's what I watched when I was just a little whippersnapper. Um, Strategies. You feel like you're bad with black. Um, it's very generic to give like chess is so hard to give advice for because everyone's problems are like unique to I mean it's not like I don't know. It's hard to give specific advice without actually like seeing your games. But it's very common like people that are getting into chess will have a lot of the same problems, right? Like depending how early it is in your journey. It's like don't hang your pieces. Take free things. Like you have to see what is attacking what. Um I was actually watching Gotham Chess coaching Jinxie earlier today. I don't know if any of you guys know who Jinxie is, which is funny because I apparently Jinxie's like the biggest streamer on Twitch right now, which I had like never heard of him until last week. Um, but yeah, he's getting like 50,000 live views on his stream. Um, which is really cool. So a lot of people are I guess seeing chess through him, which is great. But yeah, he was reviewing some of Jinxie's games, and Jinxie's game is like, okay, he puts the queen where it can be taken, and then the opponent doesn't take it, but instead they put their queen where they can take it, and now both queens are hanging, and then neither player takes the queen, and it's like, yeah, chess is gonna be hard if you can't like take the free pieces. So you have to recognize that first off. Earlier Mars, thanks for the follow, and Zoohybe's Twitch as well. But yeah, that's not really answering your question though. You're asking like specific strategies as black. It's so vague. It's really hard because I could just be like, oh yeah, don't blunder. Hope that helped. You're welcome. You're on your way. Um, you watch Ray too. Yeah, he's a legend. Gotham is actually good at coaching. I thought we knew that since like I don't know the first PogChamps maybe. If Twitch were a meritocracy, Joe Bruin would be the biggest meritok. Man, screws you using these big words. I don't even know. Joe's good at coaching too. Thank you, Uncle Jesse. I think you could beat Jinxie, but also I feel like you've had a head start. Actually, Gotham was really funny. He was like doing an accent saying, let me coach you for 2 years and your life's gonna be great. You're gonna have a girlfriend, you're gonna have a job, you're gonna get more money, your ELO's gonna improve, obviously. And I was like, by the end of his speech, I was like, I want to be coached by Gotham. Anyways, I don't know if Uncle Jesse's getting as much as Jinxie is out of Gotham, but you've heard of him through Hunter Wiz, but you don't follow him. That's cool. I hope Wiz is doing well. I know he hasn't been doing as much chess lately, but he was part of that tournament we did on Sunday with PMD. Best DJing of any streamer, Santos? Maybe. I don't know. Uncle Jesse's got a good playlist. She plays a lot of my favorite songs. You think so, Bishop Stars? Maybe it's more than chess coaching. Maybe it's life coaching. For my birthday, what are my preferences, Screws? Man, the way you asked that just it really is. I don't know, man. That sounds. You might have to. I don't know if I want you to explain that. Maybe we just leave that how. I don't know. Anyways, all right. The computer like swapped its mind on me. After this move, it liked black, but apparently I have to move the knight to one of these two squares. I did consider knight h7 briefly, but not so much knight h5. But after this, it likes white now. After takes, or knight e3, which they did both. But I liked this plan. I don't know what was wrong with that. Knight d5 logically. Save the queen logically. Wow, a4 is the move. Did you guys see a4? I did not consider a4. But hey, that's a nice move. That's a real nifty one there. Lesson learned by me, I guess. I don't really. Yeah, if takes, they've got I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Knight takes. And they like white. You gotta find a4. Anything else is equal. a4 gives white the advantage. So these are the kind of moves that I personally am not considering during the game, but are good to know. So that's an instructive moment for me at least. So that's cool. If takes, they don't have this, but they have this. Same sort of thing there. And if the pawn was on a3, I could take it. But the pawn's on a4, so it's gonna come at a cost now. So very cool. And that was the whole point. Like these pawns, I pushed c4. This c pawn's backwards. I pushed a5. I doubled the rooks on the a file. So putting the pawn on a4 just halts this progress that I was making. It throws a wrench in the whole system. Anyways. Thankfully for me, they didn't do that. So now they have a problem. See, knight takes. I just take here. Knight takes is the best move, by the way. They take here, but now I just take the a pawn. That's actually really. That's how you'd find a4. I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, okay, a takes b4 is so obvious. And you see, okay, knight takes with a tempo on the rook, but the rook takes the pawn, so that's kind of annoying. But if the pawn was on a4, well, they can't do that anymore. And if I take here, I mean, yeah, they just take back. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys saw a4 and didn't tell me. Maybe it was obvious for everyone except me. Okay, it likes taking. I don't know if I agree with that, but it also likes bishop h4, so that's cool. That's what I did. You guys did see that? What's up, Juju? I'm still looking at it, Cyrix. Listen, we were talking about other stuff. Don't rush me. What's up, Chuck? Good to see you. Anyhow. Okay, so here... Yeah, I likes rook takes h3. But I saw that. I didn't understand what the follow-up would be. Imagine check. King h7. Rook takes. And queen g3 is just me. Okay. Alright, my apologies to Stockfish. It was just a simple mate in 6. So forgive me for taking the pawn. It does like king g7. So king g7 takes, and I have the move rook e3. So I saw this, and you just have to like assume there's something good, really. I mean, look at the coordination here. And oh my goodness. So move queen g4, rook e1, king h2, only legal move. It likes queen f4 even. Pawn takes, and we're down a piece, but we're threatening the end game. Not even the end game. We're threatening the end of the game with the bishop pawn rook mate combo here. The game ender. So they have to play the g pawn. There's no other. There's nothing else. So if they go, the computer likes g3 better than g4, and it's not for en passant. It's just, I don't know. Honestly, what does it want? Rook e2 now? Oh, because I guess the pawn at least attacks the bishop. Because if you do this, we just fork you. All right, well. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it all the way through here. So I just took this pawn, I guess. I was like, who says no? Why not, right? Here and then here I was like, okay, I could also just go king g7. But why not just attack the knight anyways? So I'm not completely losing everything. Yeah, it still likes rook e3 first. Yeah, this is also kind of a rough move though, because I mean, like I'm up materials, so I could just trade and be better. So this was a nice little thing to have, and that was also nice to have, and this is nice to have. So these are all just nice things to have. Like these pawns are nice to have. And it's nice to have time on your clock as well, which I didn't have as much of. But what's really nice is when your opponent resigns. Of all the things that are nice to have, that might be top of the list. Whoa there, Kyoto. I mean, talking about Lichess is one thing, but then to say to get racial, I mean, that's crazy. That's not cool. One of your opponents technically was winning but resigned. Yeah, people are actually, I mean, listen, we're all human. We miss like nobody can play like Stockfish. We're not engines. Like we make mistakes. So I always advocate for not resigning. For me though, it's more of like a mentality. Also, like it's online chess. Like it's never that serious. People can have a different opinion for classical or whatever, but um all right, let's keep going. Yeah, definitely people have resigned when they are, winning. But if you don't resign, you don't have to worry about that. You just play to the bitter end. And you give it your all. You give it your best. Every move, you've got something to play for, you know? Also with online chess, you've got people that are like losing their internet. So there's that. Let's take here. Let's go here. Let's go here. So don't delay, act now. Supplies are running out. What do I even want to do, guys? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I go here? Is that a move? Is he gonna go here? He very well could. He very well could do that. What if I go here though? I don't know. I don't like these openings for me. So this is kind of a bad pawn for me. Also, they could give up this I don't know. They can give up something. Whatever. Do I care? Should I go here? I think oh man. Let's oh god. Okay. Dear Lord. Dear Lord, help and save me. I'm praying now to the chess gods because this pawn is so bad and this bishop is also pretty bad. What is my hope? My hope in my dream to take and to put. I mean, dude, I don't know. Will I have anything? Who knows? The problem is I'm getting. Oh, you know what I could do? I could do that and this. And then I can push the spawn maybe. That's like not okay. You know, maybe we got the hopes up for no reason. Maybe. I think I have to take this. I mean, wouldn't you? All right, I guess we're doing it. So the question becomes, how do you take? You take like this. But now I can do this, right? Can I? I mean, probably. Isn't this kind of a weird move? I don't know. You would, but you're bad at this game. I wouldn't say you're bad at this game. I would say that you're actually quite good at this game. All right, so now for my next trick, I shall push my bad C pawn. Look at that bishop now. Such a happy piece. See, they should have maybe taken with a pawn. Okay, but now your rook has to move. Did you consider this? So now for my other next trick, I'm considering taking this knight. Yes, we help the queen develop, but then I can push this pawn. What do you guys think? How do we feel about that? Maybe this bishop is just so good. Maybe I should consider pushing this pawn regardless. I kind of... Oh, okay, hold on. What if I go here, though? What if? Just imagine this one, though. Imagine that. Let's just start with that. Maybe I played a little too quick. Maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps. It's very, very possible. But the threat is to not let the queen take. I don't know. But I like the idea of pushing this pawn as well. Similar reason why I liked pushing the C pawn. Because the pawn was bad. Like the bishop was also bad because the pawn was in the way. This pawn is bad because they gave up their bishop pair to damage my pawn structure. But in return, I now have a really good bishop, which is kind of cool. Here, okay. I mean, you know, that just totally blunders though is the problem. But they, okay, so hold on. I'm just winning a piece though. So they missed this, right? So I take a knight, you take my rook, and then I take your rook, and I'm just winning. So yeah, they just completely blundered, which is ridiculous because it's a rapid game. If I take like this and they take like this, and I take like that, and they take like that, it's just like a fair trade, which, or wait, no, it's not even a fair trade. I'm still winning a piece, actually. So what's best for me? It's probably take with tempo on the queen, right? They have to do pawn takes, and then I take their rook. So we traded knight and bishop. I win a rook, they win a rook, but then I get the bishop. So this bishop's really annoying, right? So I think it's actually best to do it this way. Normally I was going to do rook takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Maybe that's still good though because I don't like that this bishop's here, but I also really like my bishop. So maybe there's some merit to doing it this way. Kind of I don't know, what else could I be thinking of? I mean, this is where it's like chess is kind of an art. It's like there's no right or wrong move here. They're both good. They're both good. I just don't know what's better. Let's do it this way because this way I think we get more material off the board. If I did it this way, then okay, this guy's ridiculous. Come on now. What are we doing? What are we doing, my friend? Are we being serious right now? Okay. Poor guy. Yeah, he moved the bishop and then he forgot the bishop was very important. I have not played Rapid in a while. It's true. Yeah, I really don't know the best way. Like, I feel like I'm very cramped here. Also, like, probably both of us should have made this trade earlier. But I liked when I did it because now the knight can come here. Um, because let's say he takes. Probably I'd take this way for the bishop. But now if I go for this idea and I go here, oh, I guess without the e-pawn there, it's actually better for me this way, but all right, I guess I'm learning. There's like pros and cons both ways. Maybe the way I did it was worse actually. But yeah, this is a very common idea. I don't know if it's common in this opening or if I'm just winging this. But certainly, like in the Roy Lopez, we watched my opponent did this same thing. Or I guess he went here. Anyhow. But yeah, we play here. This isn't even that bad of a pen because my bishop's here. But I just figured I'll do it because it gives me something to do, at least. He comes back and probably I should deal with this, but yeah, I should probably go here earlier. Because here I just kind of help him open up and get control. So he should immediately go knight c5. Yeah, takes and pawn takes. But this bishop's terrible. Here, yeah, this helps me out a lot, rook take. You should do d takes. You should take with the pawn, because then our pawns are stuck together. And then this bishop's just monstrously bad. Anyways, he helps me out a lot. I get c5 now. Now it's back to being a game when he could have had a complete lock. This is just a bad move. It looks maybe enticing to damage the pawns, but he kicks his rook back, and now, I mean, like, what's his rook doing? Like, what is this rook doing? He doesn't even know. He's just winging everything. But pawn takes was certainly much better. It hates this. Oh, it likes g5. Wait. Why didn't I consider g5? Perhaps g5 was too obvious. Oh my god. Knight g5 and knight f6. Oh my goodness. Did anyone else think g5? G5 just instantly winning something. Just H5 is kind of mean. Oh, it's just too obvious, you guys. It's too obvious. Oh my goodness. Bishop takes, he's got to sack the rook here. I mean, yeah, it's not even, you know, it's kind of got a weak king a little bit, maybe. I mean, certainly. But is it like a rook worth of unsafety? Okay. So that was something I missed. So I won the game, right? I won the game. The guy made a blunder and he resigned. But reviewing, I'm still learning a lot of what I missed. There's some moves here that I think are like super obvious that I should at least have considered. This move did not even cross the mind once. And it's as simple as attacking a rook with a pawn. Knight e5. Here? I don't know. But yeah, this was not good for sure. I mean, the rook was already short on squares. Here, I was like so consumed by I can remove one defender that easily, and then my follow-up idea was to push e5 because I knew the bishop was also pinned. Like, it's not pinned like this, it's pinned to the rook in defense. It's a defender. So the idea is to remove the defender, but it's so funny. I was thinking of taking the rook with the queen when I could have just thought about, you know, letting the pawn do the work. Okay. So yeah, I just go here, and now we let him off the hook with rook f4. But he yeah, you got really drew in by this square for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know what he saw. He's attacking this pawn one. I mean, it's defended twice. He just saw this was hitting the rook, and then. So yeah, both captures are winning, but one of them is better than the other, and I was debating this for some time. It is bishop takes. Bishop takes is better by like 1.5 points. This is about +5, and rook takes is about +3, or minus, technically, -3. So it's kind of a significant difference. My justification was that bishop takes led to more trades. Because rook takes and I take here, well, we still have the bishops on the board, and they're opposite color bishops. So that's something to think about. That's another piece that I have to worry about, that I have to try to trade off later. But why do that later when I could do it now? Bishop takes, pawn takes, I take here, right? If he doesn't want to lose the rook for free, he's got to take that rook, but then I take back, and it cost him that bishop to do that. So I'd just be up a knight. So that'd be great. Hello, Nate. Nate the Great. How's it going? Good to see you. Okay. Anyways, I might have thought for a while there, but it's a rapid game, so you have extra time, might as well use it. And also, this is a really critical moment of the game because I know I'm winning. So if I'm winning, then it's going to be very easy to convert even with less time. At least it's going to be easier. Whereas if I make a decision that's maybe not as good, that could lead to my opponent having better odds of resistance and putting up more defense, which would draw out more time and more energy, and then maybe I don't win. So here I knew this was a blunder, right? Because I just knew the rook was hanging. So I saw I had two good options, so it's worth investing that amount of time. So we do it the best way. And then here he just blunders the queen, and then yeah, after this he was like he was fed up. He had had enough. He'd seen enough. All right, we're moving on. Someone stop this guy. I'm on a roll right now, and now we have white. So I've never had 2300 rapid. I don't think I'll get it tonight, like Jesse said, but that'd be nice. Okay, I guess we'll go bishop here. Sometimes I go bishop here. But this is a little bit more active, but it's also potentially more susceptible. So for example, like a rook here could give you some tempo, and here we can see, okay, wow, they went here. Maybe they were worried. I'm not sure. But okay, what about pawn push? This could be interesting as well, actually. Oh mama. Let's just do it. I don't know. Skull and TV Keta. Thank you guys for the follows and Azure. Okay, so yes, this is hanging, but also this could be interesting. So I'm just gonna do this because I'm attacking this. So they go there. Tired of this town again. So I guess we're gonna go here now. Yeah, bishop here, there's some drawbacks. It's not as aggressive, but there's also like knight here, which can be annoying. Okay, so how to proceed? Pawn push. I like this too a lot, actually. You know what's great about having the pawn duo in the center? You can kick out these knights, right? Anyhow. Now he's got an isolated pawn. I mean, this has to be the move. Pressure. Where else? Bishop out. I'm threatening takes if he's not careful. This is a major threat here. Major threat. So he goes here. I can take this now. And why not? Am I right? I mean, come on. I have to have... I mean, this is technically a free pawn. I can't believe people are playing rapid so fast. I mean, oh my goodness. Okay, anyhow. So there's a really funny move. So bishop takes and knight here. This is the funny move. Is it good? It's debatable. We can debate it. It's funny though. Maybe it doesn't have to be good if it's funny at least. Okay. um, do I take and then just play knight? It's kind of disrespectful. Okay, anyways, it's kind of interesting because okay, they could take with the bishop, and then I actually do think it's good. They take with the rook. Maybe it's playable. I mean, come on. I should just do it. I should just do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. It's been good, Nate. Thank you for asking. Okay, I like knight. I like knight here a lot, but maybe it's bad. Well, I know it's not bad. It can't be that bad. I don't like that my B pawn is hanging. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? Let's just go here. Let's hit the rook, and then we'll get the bishop with check, and then and then and then I don't know. She promised you heaven. I could take this pawn. Man, low key, this is kind of be annoying a little bit. TBH, perhaps. Maybe it's okay. So I can go here, attack the knight, saving the pawn, and then grab this. But the problem is they're going to go here, attacking my pawn yet again. How rude of them. Okay, so what does that lead me to do? Maybe I just go here. Maybe I just go here. And I defend my pawn. And defend this guy a little bit. Oh, you push that. I forgot you could do that. That's so true, bestie. Do I go here? That's kind of crazy. I'm kind of a crazy guy, though. Anyhow. Okay, so you go there. So that's the thing. Let's go here. This pawn's weak now. Any knight move, though, I have this at least, so... Oh, you're gonna go here, are you? Maybe I forgot about that. Did you consider that? Alright, well. So let's go here. We're just centralizing, I guess. I gotta be a little faster. This position has not been as good as I was hoping. Okay, but maybe now we have something. Maybe now. I mean, the position's always been good. Like, look at the pawns. You could just tell material is equal. The pawns are the difference makers, clearly. I could just push this. You could trade queens. It's probably good for you, though. It's kind of annoying for me. So maybe I just go here? No. Oh, I don't like that you fork me every which way. That's very annoying. The heck, bro? Okay, let's allow the queen trade. I think an endgame is going to be just a-okay for me anyhow. I think the endgame is going to be a-okay. We want to... What are you going to do? What are you going to do to me? All of his pawns are still extremely weak. I'm threatening f4. Still threatening f4. In fact, it seems very good for me. Happy to play this move. We're winning a pawn at the minimum. He still can't take because we're trying to remove the defender. This knight's defending everything. Now his rook is hanging and I can save the bishop. Easy clap. Easy clap. That's a piece. Don't win too many in a row. There's some nonsense algorithm that forces you to wait forever after winning five or so. Dabo, did you just make that up? Something tells me you just made that up. Why do I feel like you just made that up? Let's bring the king in. Because I want to take this pawn as well. He's never trading rooks in a million years. Unless he wants to lose. And some people are, you know, okay with that. He might resign. That'd be cool. We like that. He might be thinking to himself, how did I get here? Actually, should I have taken the H-pawn? The answer is yes. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there's rook here, though. Okay, I like my decision. I'll stick with it. Maybe I instinctively knew it was better. Maybe. Some new accounts? My account is old, so hopefully that helps me. Take care, Santos. Have a good night. Sorry if I missed you. Hopefully you're still here to hear me say good night. Now you can go. Just kidding. Okay, this guy, hopefully they don't stall. But I don't mind. I can talk to chat now. Somehow your opponents have 7 minutes when you have 3. That's what I was at just now, basically. I'm in the same boat. It's messed up. Even if you lose, it forces you to wait. Kind of like what this guy's doing to me. Hey, Chaco, thank you. I actually, to be honest, I am not a fan of the haircut I got because I had to go back because they really didn't make it even. So the camera makes it look better. But if you could see what I could see behind this, the camera's set up at a very specific angle, you know? Honestly, it's a wig. Just kidding. All right, game abandoned. Let's go. Huge. And you know, this guy, he spent less than 5 minutes total. And the last like 2 minutes he spent leaving. So if that's you, if that's how you manage your time, I would recommend a blitz game. Because then you and your opponent will use the same amount of time. And then you're on a little bit more even footing. This is rapid. This was a 10-minute game. Should be bannable. It gets recorded in the system. And then, look, I can give this guy, there's a chat feature. I can say he's a bad sport. So I give a thumbs down. And the pairing algorithm takes that into account. So stallers will play stallers, bad sports will play bad sports, and good sports will play good sports. Why are you queuing 2000 instead of 2200, AJ? I'm not specifying. It's giving me whatever's there. You can put in a preference. Let's see. Play. My challenge rating is infinite to infinite. So I think it'll prioritize maybe the fastest pairing for me. I don't know. But you can adjust it. You could set it so that it prefers people higher rated than you or lower rated than you. It's a fun fact maybe that people don't realize. You can sort of cater to what rating level your opponents are. So like I think the closest would be like plus or minus 50. But you can do it so that it's negative infinity and only plus 50. So you won't play anyone that's more than 50 elo higher than you. I wouldn't recommend that. It might sound like a good idea. Like, oh yeah, I'm just going to beat people that are lower rated than me. And if that's your thing, then go for it, I guess. It's an option. by all means. But I don't really care too much about the rating. I just want to play chess. Time to snipe me, Chaco. You're in my rating? Dang. You beat me in person. I mean, you could snipe me OTB. There aren't any rapid players as good as me. That's not true. I think the stats say differently. If you look at my stats, I think my rapid is the worst by percentage. Actually, okay, that's clearly a lie. You guys don't really see this. Oh, where'd my camera go? Although it is probably the least important thing of this whole. So I'm in 99.9 for rapid, actually. This is what I see, by the way, for those of you curious. Blitz is only 99.8. And this is the highest my blitz has ever been. I hit my peak blitz, then I quit. Okay, and blitz also 99.8. I hit this yesterday, 2340, but I wasn't streaming it. So it's like, did it even happen? Probably not. It's just fake elo. No, not 98, Uncle Jesse. 99.8. Did you beat me? Yeah, we drew, I guess. I definitely fumbled, but you clutched. So it's like some give and take there. It was like, it takes two to tango. It was a team effort, really, between us. You would never play again, Sleep Lose. That's why do you think I'm playing Rapid? You think I normally play Rapid? You think I like 10-minute games? No, I'm just kidding. What's crazy is all of my opponents have barely spent like any of their time. None of our games have really gone down to the wire. But yeah, I haven't lost yet today. I don't know. What's up with the rapid pool? Okay, I got a 2200 now. I hope you guys are happy with that. Hope that's okay for everyone. Okay, the question is, where does the bishop want to be? Where does the bishop go? This is typically where I put it. This is typically where I... Oh, this is a new one here. So that's kind of interesting. This bishop, I feel a little bit more comfortable just putting it here. I put it here earlier in the game, or earlier today, and they just traded off bishops, so I didn't really want to do that. So now I think I go here. Just contest their good bishop. Maybe I'm playing into their cards a little bit here, perhaps. What if I just go here now? No, I'll just go here. I don't want them to keep going, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It shouldn't matter too much. Anyhow, I think they take, and then I think they put the... Oh. Okay, so they're attacking the pawn, yes. They're attacking the bishop still. And if I take, they're going to take here. And they're going to be attacking this thrice. But it will also be defended thrice. I think the queen needs to go to d2. But it's important that I trade bishops before I do that, because otherwise, I mean, I could also go here. I think, okay, rook b1's a move. Perhaps. Knight here is sort of a move, but like not my favorite. Not really, to be honest. But okay. Have I thought enough? Man, oh man. Here there's just this, right? Pretty obvious stuff, so. What else? There's this. Isn't this an interesting move? This is kind of interesting. I like this, actually. When were you guys going to see this one? This is crazy though. It's like not good. It's the problem. That's the problem. Because they just take here. Wait. What am I talking about? Wait. What am I talking about? This I could be cooking, chat. I could be cooking. Am I cooking? I don't think so. This is kind of intriguing. Gosh, I'm really playing with fire if I do this. Because I think they're gonna move this knight somewhere. Right? I mean, am I crazy? I mean, I am a little crazy, but here in the let's just do it. I think it's interesting. That's got to be worth something. That was available since here, but it's really good because the bishop's blocked by the knight. So the knight is it's really attracted to moving. It has this strong urge to move, to open up this bishop. However, the knight has been dealt a responsibility. They really wanted to take the knight where the bishop is. They want to recapture with the knight. They don't want to do it with the pawn. Because then this pawn's weak. These pawns are kind of weird. So we're posing a question here. Knight check is clearly a huge threat because the king would be forced to move, forced to not castle. Actually, maybe just castles. Maybe they just castle. Okay, they go here. Now, this was my idea, was to go here. Now, they can check me, but they don't do that. So now, I was thinking I just go here, actually. Wait, I forgot about this. Perhaps I've forgotten about many things. Many such things. So, do I go here? Do I go here? This is ugly. Well, I don't want my knight to hang clearly, so. Knight back. I lose this pawn, but I take this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is getting complicated. So pawn push, I have to be ready to bring this guy back. I don't know. Bow, bow. I wish I had castled at some point in my life. Maybe pawn push? It's kind of ridiculous. I would like something a little bit more aggressive though. We're gonna go here. Let's see if they will take my baits. They go here. Very interesting. So takes is bad. For sure. Let's go here. So now they have two pawns they could take, but this pawn is also still hanging. And this pawn's also very weak. Don't let this pawn fool you. But knight takes is a very strong counterpoint. And that's part of the magic of knight b5. We induced the knight to move, which allowed us to trade bishops, which weakened this d pawn. And even if I lose a pawn, we have what's called counterplay and weaknesses to play against. I mean, this pawn's also kind of weird looking. Apologies to that piece, I guess. Okay, so they decide to castle. So I have some problems. But do I really? Yes, I do. I really do. Do I go here? This honestly feels like a great move. I can't lie to you guys. It feels proper. Um, what else? This is also definitely a move. This is most certainly a move. This should save everything. Well, the problem is I can't castle. So I'm just gonna castle. If I went here, they go like something like that. I don't know. Probably. Probably who cares? That's my answer to all of this. I probably shouldn't allow this pawn to fall so easily, but I think he's a little scared. So that's pretty reasonable to be scared like that. So now we'll do our saving grace move, I guess. He's gonna go here. So look at both of us, you know, prioritizing the safety of our king. Knight here comes with a little tempo, little action. But yeah, this pawn is weak and needs to be. I really like this pawn a lot. Anyhow, so let's go here. Probably. I can't think for too long. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe. Anyhow. Now our stuff's protected at least, and our rook is developed, and this bishop needs to come out and play. Probably. Maybe. But they can't go here. Because then I'll take here, and then I'll take here. Just like that. It's that simple. So where does the bishop go? It can go here. That's a move, most certainly. Pawn push looks just atrocious. And I would probably go forward, to be honest, even if it hangs the a-pawn. At this stage, with the king here, these pawns are not so important. I can hang those. I think I go here now. Okay, and why do I want to go here? For good reason, probably. I don't know. I'm getting hit here, and the knight's coming here, and who knows? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'd like to go knight here is what I want, I think. Probably. Wait, knight here? Can I take that? Probably. I don't know. This bishop's putting pressure on this pawn. This knight is not feeling great, to be honest. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they play this. Maybe that's a move. What else do I want? Knight back hits that, actually, is kind of playable. That's kind of annoying still. Okay, so knight's rerouting. This just feels like the proper move forward. Oh, this pawn is also just free now, actually. Do I take this pawn? I don't know, guys. I don't know. He's gonna come here. I really like this move, but I don't like the bishop takes. I don't believe it's bad. But this pawn's also just very weak. I like the rook lift. All right, let's do it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Now he doesn't have this. Knight here, we have this. This pawn is still hanging. This pawn is now hanging, and our rook can double. And then rook takes knight is a huge threat, actually. So I'm feeling very confident about this decision. Here, I like taking here. Right? Unless I'm crazy. Well, I am crazy, but I thought I could just take this. I guess he's gonna do that. I mean, I don't know, guys. Maybe it's a little bit more annoying than I gave it some credit for, but whatever. We can trade. This pawn will be hanging. This pawn is still probably hanging, I guess. I don't know. All right. It's bad. Okay, I'm actually in some trouble with this move and this move. That's actually really annoying, isn't it? So, because I wanted to do takes and takes, but then check. Oh, I just go here, and he doesn't have a check. If I went here, that'd be disastrous. So I think I can do this still. Oh, but then my bishop's hanging. Oh, lordy. I have to... Oh, no. Well... Hold on. There's something to be had, though. There's something to be said about this pawn. So maybe I give it up. I mean, what's my other option? I could go here. Maybe this is best. Maybe this is best. Oh my god, where'd all my time go? Let's just pray, I guess, dude. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna have to find a good I have to go to h2. Okay, this move, very logical, very logical. Brother. Let's go here. This queen at least will Oh, did I just walk into a fort? Well, this is very intriguing. Very interesting decision making here by me. What did I say? H2? Yeah. This is ridiculous. Oh, what the heck am I thinking, Joe? Your rook is still hanging. To do... He's starting mate, so that's kind of sad, isn't it? That is very sad, isn't it? Yeah, we lost this one, chat. We lost this one. GG's. We cannot win them all, they say. Let's see if he tries to mate me on the back rank. That'd be kind of funny. Should probably make a flight square or go here. I'm also losing on time, but I think the game was lost before. I mean, I'm down a rook. Pawn push, that's kind of a goofy looking move. I like, what do I like for this guy? So obviously don't lift the rook. I like a flight square. Just make a flight square, dude. Or like, yeah, rook here is just great move. Okay. Let's see him take this or something. I don't know. All the people may say there's a dream. Okay. So now we play for stalemate. Or you know, we could actually try to push these pawns through. Bow, bow, bow. We need to get rid of the pawn moves is the problem. Ooh. Oh, we're gonna flag is the second problem. Rook here. Nope. That would have been, that's a fun little mouse slip there. Little rook to e8 stalemate. At least I got it to a possible stalemate position. That's kind of impressive. We gave ourselves one mouse slip away with 0.1 seconds left on the clock. I mean, literally buzzer beater potential. Okay, anyhow. Yeah, we blundered our rook. We blundered... Where did we... I was feeling good about this. I was feeling good about this. Even the computer was feeling good. And then after it happened, it was like, ooh, maybe actually no. So this was a little deeper than... So I should just take this pawn. I should just take this and not overcomplicate things. But yeah, the reason why so first and foremost, I was thinking knight here with the tempo, pawn's gonna push, right? Like this guy's coming, this guy's coming. Like it all starts to flow a little bit. It makes sense. So why just the bishop back to e3? It's super calm and simple, right? Here. I don't know. I guess we're coming here next. What's the like here? Knight c3. Okay. Just take the pawn. Anyhow, I thought this was gonna be okay, but it turned out to not be okay because this bad knight becomes a very good knight, and after this, I should just take on f7, and I'll get counterplay. I knew that this was hanging, but it was kind of like, was it the first game I played where I could have played king g7 and just let my knight drop because then I get like rook e3, and there was just going to be some sort of mid checkmate. Here, I think this pawn was super valuable, and I think the king on the back rank is really weak, and this pawn falls with check, and who knows what I'm getting in return. But I did the, like, let's just defend the piece move, which allowed way too much activity. This, first and foremost, was a fantastic move. And I saw this for sure because the pawn's really weak and it's attacked by everything anyways. Throw it away. Just get the most juice out of the squeeze. Get rid of that thing. Anyways, now we're just losing. We're so losing because our rook's hanging. Why I thought I would take with check, I couldn't tell you. So that was unfortunate. And then also, like, I would love to just take this pawn or push or do something with this, but the fact that they're threatening mate does not help. So that pawn that I was so happy to put on f5, I was so happy about this move so that I could take it. I mean, to be fair, this is really great eval for me. It's a good continuation here. Like, this was not the move because it allowed for this. What was the move here? The move is rook to d8, so it's planning on sacking the exchange, I guess. So, I mean, hey, if I'm winning an exchange out of that, best case scenario, I mean, I'm happy with that. So, but the computer doesn't like this so much. It says just castle. And then, you know, figure out the rest later. All right, I skipped most of chat for this game, to be honest. I am going to the Naroditsky Memorial Tournament. Yes, I am. You're asking Dagensh. Dagensh is going. You're also going, Chaco. Good night to Uncle Jesse. Sorry if I missed you. Also, yeah, appreciating Gerbs. That was a while ago, but thank you, Scal. Um, you liked Queen B3 instead of Knight C3, Knight D6 possibilities because A6 didn't work. I thought of Queen B3. I don't like queen trading generally, or the double isolated pawns, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I should have taken on F7 for sure. And I should have played it faster. It's my only regret this game. Um, okay, yeah, also not playing bishop takes f4. I think I got scared by the attack. You're a mortar fanatic. Oh, I just played you. What's up, newbie? Yeah, well played. GG. Hi, Maple. How's it going? Did I win? No, I lost this game. Which tourney? The one I'm going to, the Memorial, the Naroditsky Memorial. That's in July in Charlotte. Um, Jao Susas, thanks for the follow. Sorry if I butchered your name. I'm doing well, thank you. All right, so yeah, Knight B5 I should have done earlier. Right here. It's already kind of a good threat. So yeah, here I was pretty happy with this sequence, I guess. Here, like Knight G5 I saw, but I don't know, I didn't go for it. What's going on here? Wow. Well, this is fun, huh? All right, so Knight G5 is a miss by me. Queen B3 now. Yeah, that's what I did actually. Okay. Here, yeah, I should just take this pawn. Yeah, and then here it's just really I need to go for this F7 counterplay here. So check, king here. If rook takes, which is best, then just e6. And I say, good luck to you, sir. And you say to you as well. Something like queen d6. Now you're the one threatening the checks with the discovery, which is kind of funny. And here I just play e7. You play f3, king h1. This is kind of ridiculous, right? And it's a perpetual. And we shake hands. They didn't list me as top 10 chess creators on the Naroditsky Memorial. Well, for the invitational at least, yeah, they didn't invite me. But I think if you look at the list, hopefully it's pretty apparent. But you guys are being nice, and I appreciate it. But yeah, no, I'm not like that. Okay. Let's go play another game. That was a good one. All right, we're playing Hovo. Why do I feel like I recognize this name? I could take this pawn. Doesn't that look fun? I also like the idea of pushing to push here. But push and he plays here, most certainly. So let's just go ahead and take. Let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and take a pawn, shall we? If this was Bughouse, I would put something on d6 so fast. All right, I think I've been stumped, unfortunately now. I missed the opportunity to play b4, I guess. I could play here. This guy's just really cramped. So I'm just putting pressure on this pawn. So yeah, he goes here. Now I'll go here. You go here. Okay. But now perhaps I can go here. Maybe, I mean, I don't even know. Imagine I go here. Oh my lord. I'll just do this. Well, that was kind of rude. It's a little rude. But I should be getting some value out of it at least. Yeah, go here. This is a ridiculous opening. But it's fun for me at least. So really cannot go here. So he goes here. You can check me. But isn't that just like bad for you? Ready to castle as well. Knight check is the big problem here. This drops this though, I thought. What did you want from me here? Mister, I think you dropped something. Your bishop was important, remember? Okay, well, This should be a GG. I just want a castle. But maybe I should check him. Checking, whatever, dude. Let's just castle opposite the rook. Clearly, and we're out of checks. Check, though, wasn't going to be so bad. But whatever. That's a free rook, dog. It's whatever. This is like, honestly, just kind of weird. Very generous, Jerome. Very generous. So I have en passant. I have normal takes. What's better? Normal takes? I mean, you know, you could argue en passant, but let's just go here. Here I can take. Probably pawn push. Oh, I gotta watch out and not get mated. I say this, but whatever, guys, whatever. This is a check, by the way, so I at least have that in my back pocket. The game is not over until it's over. You know, it doesn't take a lot to get checkmated. I'm threatening check, and I'm threatening to trade queens. He's threatening this, which is quite frankly very rude. However, I should have something, which would be this check. So a weak king will always be susceptible to tactics. And we're threatening this. We're defending ourselves. Yeah, he resigns. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, wacky game, that one. But you know, the old Alekhine. And yeah, people like to start with c4. Just keep attacking the knight. But I just played d4. Usually it transposes. Usually the move is d6 here. They go here, which is like, wow. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Have a good night, Chaco. Thanks for being here. So now I play c4. Knight c7. Yeah, it likes taking. It does like taking. Here and now, it likes just knight c3. Wow, knight c3 is almost too simple. Takes and I'll go here. I mean, that's really pretty. Really simple stuff. It likes bishop e3. That's what I played. And now here, and now again knight c3. It also likes queen g4. Queen g4 has some merit to it. Just being annoying, bringing the queen out aggressively, so we induce some more potential chaos, more weaknesses. Pawn push, and now Again, it likes knight c3, and I mean, come on, look at this. Knight is just, it's a dream. It's a dream world out there for a knight. A knight on e4, I mean, Christmas came early for the knight, but I neglected this knight. This poor guy, he had big eyes and big dreams, but I kept him locked away. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the knight on b1. I apologize. He had a really bright future, and I just overlooked him. What could have been? Instead, we called up the bishop. The bishop got the starting spot in the lineup. And the bishop, he also has dreams and aspirations and wide eyes. It's tough. You've got the whole bench back here. The whole lineup wants to play. The queen obviously star player, right? You can only make one piece move per turn. And this time we called up the bishop, and sometimes it's good to be left on the bench, because when you get called up to shine, what that really means is you're getting used and abused and penned and sacrificed. So, let this be a lesson to you high achievers out there. You know, that bishop, it was a very quick life. Just like that. And this guy, maybe he didn't get to experience the board like the bishop did, but at least he's still here with us, right? This is me laying in bed instead of going outside. Sure, it's not flashy, but he's still there. That's all I'm saying. Okay, anyways. Yeah, this is obviously the blunder. So I don't know. I could have taken here and then checked as well, actually. I forgot about that too, to be honest. Um, but no, I like taking here. And now castle here, I mean, yeah, this guy, I don't know what the thought process was, but just a free rook, I guess. Here, yeah, I could do en passant, but I think c takes is better actually, because we leave our pawns connected. Like, this is nice. Takes here, and I don't know, like, this pawn's still back here or whatever, so takes, he goes here, queen c6 is good, pinning the pawn, still defending everything. Here, just d6 is good. If I take here, again, the pawns aren't working together. So here, we create threats. We open up lines. Here, and we just take, and now we take, and he thinks he's cooking, but he's getting cooked. Now here, he resigned after this. I would say what he needs to do, this is very important. You could actually learn something here. You should block with the bishop. If you're losing a piece to a fork like this, you should always block with that piece, because you're losing it anyways. So this is always a good trick to have, because a lot of people will pre-move this. A lot of people will say, oh, I'm forking the king and the bishop. Let me just pre-move this capture. But what they forget is that, well, the piece could also block. So imagine if I had this pre-moved, you go from completely losing to completely winning. I mean, it's low risk, high reward. Because guess what? You resigned here anyways. So, if you're going to play one more move, at least throw in this one outer, this possibility. Give yourself a chance, is what I'm saying. It all comes back to not resigning. Greasy. Like, I've pulled that off that in bullet and time scrambles, that's gonna give you, like plus 50 elo at least. Like, it works, I'm telling you. I would not lead you astray. I'm not giving you guys false advice here. I speak from experience. Okay, anyways. You've never played C5? Yeah, I've never seen C5. Does it work OTB? Sweet Blues? It might. I'm just telling you, if you're gonna resign the next move, just try it. Like worst case scenario, what? You still resign the next move. Maybe you even get a laugh out of it. Maybe you get a smile. Maybe. You could try. Okay. Anyways, it's kind of getting late and I will be back tomorrow. I will be streaming for the CCL. There's also going to be a USCF Blitz Championship for colleges. I'm not sure if the registration is still open, but it will be streamed not on my channel but on the CCL Twitch. Mercer, thanks for the follow, and Funky Madness as well. So if you guys know Dore Chess, that's Uni Chem FIDE Master from Yale. He graduated. He will be streaming that on the CCL Twitch channel tomorrow. So if you guys want to go check that out, I'll be streaming on that channel a little bit earlier, but also it will be on my stream as well for the CCL commentary. So the CCL is the Collegiate Chess League. It's every Saturday. Next, I was gonna say next week. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last week of the regular season, so that's week 7. So the teams are fighting for playoff spots. It's Mizzou versus SLU, which is pretty historical matchup. Big rivalry matchup for sure. Mizzou's coming off of the OTB National Championship for colleges, the President's Cup, which is really cool. SLU, I think, came in second. So it's literally the best college teams playing. And yeah, that's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern. So in like, what is that, 12 hours? Yeah, 12 hours from now. So I'm going to go to bed and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. So that's going to be the CCL coverage. And then there's going to be a break basically. I'm going to end my stream, but the CCL will go back live at around 5 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. But if not, have a great rest of your weekend. And let's go spread some love and positivity to another very deserving chess streamer. So let's find someone to raid, shall we? Hmm. Let's raid the Alpaca Lord. I think we raided him once before. Let's go check him out. Go show him some love. All right, thank you all again for being here. I really appreciate it. You all are awesome and amazing, and you all rock. And I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Much love and appreciation. Good night. Bye.